against germ spread. When clean your hands after touching any object or furniture when leaving the patient's surroundings without having touched the patient. Hand hygiene techniques. There are two recognized techniques for hand hygiene. 1. Hand rubbing with alcohol-based formulation. 2. Hand washing with soap and water. To perform hand rubbing. Rub hands for hand hygiene. Wash hands when visibly soiled. The duration of the entire procedure should last about 20 to 30 seconds. Apply a palmful of the product in a cupped hand, covering all surfaces. Rub hands palm to palm. Right palm over the left dorsum with interlaced fingers and vice versa. Palm to palm with fingers interlaced. Back of fingers to opposing palms with fingers interlocked. Rotational rubbing of left thumb clasped in right palm and vice versa. Rotational rubbing backwards and forwards with clasped fingers of right hand in left palm and vice versa. Once dry, your hands are safe. To perform hand washing. Wash hands when visibly soiled, otherwise use hand rub. Duration of the entire procedure should last about 40 to 60 seconds. Wet hands with water. Apply enough soap to cover all hand surfaces. Rub hands palm to palm. Right palm over left dorsum with interlaced fingers and vice versa. Palm to palm with fingers interlaced to opposing palms with fingers interlocked. Rotational rubbing of left thumb clasped in right palm and vice versa. Rotational rubbing backwards and forwards with clasped fingers, right hand in left palm and vice versa. Rinse hands with water. Dry hands thoroughly with a single-use towel. Use towel to turn off the faucet. Your hands are now safe.
There are few specific indications where hand washing is preferred over hand rubbing. Visible contamination of hands with blood or body fluids. Visible contamination with proteinaceous material. Exposure to spore-forming organisms, for example, after caring for patients with diarrhea due to Clostridium difficile or after exposure to Bacillus anthracis or after using restroom.
Appropriate use of gloves. Gloves serve two different purposes. 1. They reduce transmission of microorganisms from healthcare workers' hands to patients. 2. They protect healthcare workers from getting infection from patients. The use of gloves does not replace the need for cleaning your hands. Hand hygiene must be performed when appropriate regardless of the indications for glove use. Remove gloves to perform hand hygiene when an indication occurs while wearing gloves. Discard gloves after each task and clean your hands. Gloves may carry microorganisms. Gloves must be worn according to standard and contact precautions. Sterile gloves are not required during routine patient care. Clean, non-sterile examination gloves may be used for exposure to blood, body fluids, mucous membranes, and non-intact skin, and also for manipulation of invasive devices.
Gloves must also be worn when caring for patients who are colonized or infected with pathogens transmitted by contact route. For example, methicillin resistant Staphylococcus aureus, vancomycin resistant enterococci, or other multi drug resistant pathogens.
You must always perform hand hygiene after removing gloves, since gloves may have defects that results in transmission of microorganisms. Alcohol may degrade glove material and lead to holes and leakage. For this reason, do not disinfect or reuse gloves. Jewelry and fingernail hygiene. Wearing jewelry, such as rings, increases the bacterial load. Do not wear rings or other jewelry during patient care. Long fingernails have been associated with infection outbreaks of resistant pathogens in hospitals. As a result, you must keep fingernails short, that is, less than 0.2 inches or 0.5 centimeters in length, and refrain from wearing artificial nails.
Nail polish is acceptable provided its integrity is preserved. However, fingernail diseases such as onychomycosis should be promptly treated as they reduce the efficacy of hand hygiene.
Skin irritation. There are some common problems associated with hand hygiene. Irritation dermatitis can occur after repeated use of hand hygiene products. Common symptoms include dryness, itching, and sometimes cracking and bleeding. In rare cases, allergic dermatitis can occur. Damaged skin is more difficult to disinfect and may be more susceptible to skin colonization, leading to enhanced transmission of infectious pathogens. Strategies to prevent skin irritation. 1. Use skincare products frequently during work hours. For example, creams or moisturizers. 2. Favor use of alcohol-based hand rubs with emollients. 3. Avoid use of hot water while washing hands. 4. Refrain from using gloves unless specifically needed. 5. Dry your hands completely after hand washing. Fire hazard. Alcohols are flammable. Although very rare, flash fires involving healthcare workers' hands may occur if they touch open flame or if a static spark occurs if hands are coated with alcohol. To prevent fire incidents, ensure hands are completely dry after hand rub before touching any object. Summary 1. Hand hygiene is a very important, reliable method for reducing healthcare associated infections. 2. It is a technique which should be mastered by every healthcare worker. 3. Hand hygiene is not optional, it is mandatory. 4. It increases patient and healthcare workers' safety. 5. This is a sign of competency, professionalism, and respect.